All right, here's looking at the process of spermatogenesis as we look at it in a visual type of way. So remember that both spermatogenesis and oogenesis begin with a diploid normal cell, which is called a germ cell. So this is a germ cell, and germ cells are going to divide using mitosis. They'll go through the cell cycle like we talked about last week and produce more germline cells. So we'll put this over here because that's another germline cells. And they're also going to produce cells that are going to be destined to go through meiosis or become sex cells. And these, that's what this is here. So a germ cell can either make more germ cells or they can make these cells that are going to end up becoming sex cells. In this case, it's called a spermatogonium because it is going to become a sperm. It's driven by male hormones. So a spermatogonium then is going to replicate their chromosomes, and it's going to become what's called a primary spermatocyte. So they will go through the cell cycle, okay, kind of like the germ cell did, and they're going to produce the cells that are called primary spermatocytes. Now, these primary spermatocytes then are going to start going through meiosis. So they're going to end up dividing the number of chromosomes. So we're going to go through meiosis 1, and we're going to produce 2 new cells. Each of those cells are haploid cells, and we call these cells secondary spermatocytes. So we'll put those kind of in orange here, secondary spermatocytes, okay? Now each of these are going to go through meiosis 2 then, that second division. So we'll kind of put a 2 here, meiosis 2. And they're going to produce what is called spermatotids. And remember, spermatotids are very immature forms of sperm. Each one of these has half the number of chromosomes in it, so they only have 23. Now, these are going to sit in the testes, and they're going to in the epididymis, and they're going to start to mature and develop, and eventually they're going to end up becoming mature sperm cells. Okay, they'll grow that tail and be now a gamete or a cell that can participate in fertilization. So we started with the germ cells here, then we ended up going, that divides to make a spermatogonium. They are going to go through mitosis to make primary spermatocytes. These will then start with meiosis 1 to form secondary spermatocytes, and then each of those secondary spermatocytes will go through that second division, meiosis 2, to form 4 spermatids that will eventually grow and develop to become mature sperm.